What's going on, everybody? We are officially in the same room again for once.
It's been a little while, but yeah, I'm back.
Ian's back. I'm back. Happy New Year, everybody.
Where were you, Sean?
I was in Oklahoma.
Oh yeah, you did that.
Yeah, it was less cool. It was less,
Nebraska.
Yeah. And Nebraska and Wyoming. Less cool than Patagonia, for sure.
Still pretty neat.
Yeah. Anyway, we got the first Monday mortgage and market update in a little bit, and we're gonna bring in Jamie Lasky to talk a little bit about lender paid rate buydowns, and we've got some stats. So while I send Jamie an invite here, he's gonna take care of this.
Yeah. So starting a new little trend, we want to be able to track a few different markers of the market. Did that unintentionally, but kind of go through a few different things that are interesting each day for the following.
January.
Chip in January.
That's
As of today, Monday, January 9th, for the past 7 days in Larimer County, we are seeing 56 new houses on the market, 44 closed houses in the last week. The median sales price of those was $559,250, going at 99% of list price. 20 of those 44 had concessions, and those ranged anywhere from $500 to $15,000, $17,000, I think was the highest one. And median days on market for those houses was 61.5 days. And with that, welcome, Jamie.
I like that.
How are you?
99% of list price isn't bad, especially since 24 months ago we were seeing 125. I don't even want to say how much more over list price. So that feels a lot better for sure. I'm doing good. We had our first women's coffee meeting of the month, and a lot of ladies showed up and we solved each other's problems. So that's really fun. I'm feeling really pumped.
Heck awesome. Yeah. All the problems are solved.
All of them solved. Done. Don't even need to have another coffee.
Way to start the new year.
Absolutely. How are you guys?
Yeah, we're doing great.
Unbelievable.
It's been excellent working as a team again.
Yeah.
Which means it's excellent for me to be working again.
Yes, both together. I know we've been splitting you recently. Well, yeah, I kind of came a little unprepared today, but almost intentionally because I wanted it to be a little bit more freeform. So what are your buyers talking about?
What are our buyers talking about? Everybody's wondering about rates.
Yeah.
How do we pay less on a monthly basis?
And how do we get help from our lenders to, decrease our rates, even if it's just for a temporary period of time?
They've all been saying that. It's crazy. Yeah. How can my lender?
Huge. There's a lot of ways. I mean, like you just said, a lot of contracts that we're getting have seller concessions. And if you have seller paid closing costs, I have a couple shopping right now where every time we run what's called a 2-1 buy down, which is a 2% decrease in their first year and a 1% decrease in their second year, and then it goes back to base rate. So let's say I'm quoting them a 6.375, it goes down to 4.375 in the first year, 5.375 in the second year, and they do still have to qualify based on that 6.375, but it helps them save on that monthly payment over time. And if they refinance before that, whatever interest payments are left over that we're going to cover interest for the remaining years, let's say they refi in year 1.5, they can use that money, roll it out of their escrow account and into the new loan. So that's cool. I know that's kind of high level overview, but if you have questions, feel free to reach out. And then I have
a question, actually. Yeah. I was just wondering this. If you refinance, can you keep that money in an escrow account and keep paying down your rate with that escrow account?
You could get another buy down. No, I guess you could cash it out and put that money in a savings account and use that savings account until it depleted to make your mortgage payment. I think that would be about the only way to do it. Because these buy downs, I'm just noticing my glasses have made my hair a little funky. These buy downs have to be seller paid, so when we're doing a refinance, that doesn't work. But we do have a lender paid 1-0 buy down. So that is something that you could use on the refinance. It's just 1% decrease for the first year, and then we waive closing costs when you refinance in the future for the lender side of it. There's still title fees and stuff.
Okay. Very cool. So you could cash out and take that money and just put it in a savings account. Is that, I'm not going to hold you to this, but
absolutely. So your escrow account, you can either decide to roll it over into your new escrow account, which will go towards taxes and insurance for the next year, or you can cash it out. When you refinance, let's say you came to me from a different lender, I would have to have you cash it out. I can't roll an escrow account over from a different lender. But when you're doing a guild-to-guild refinance, we can roll your escrow account over so you're not having to pay in taxes and insurance again. So we could roll over the money, including the seller buy down, into your new escrow account. You don't have to pay more if taxes and insurance go up the next year, or you get a refund if it's more than 10% at the end of the year, beginning of the year technically. Yeah, or you can cash it out, put it in a savings account, just like you would kind of get if you were refinancing with another company. They'd send you your taxes and insurance as a refund after you closed out that account. So similar a little bit.
Cool. Very cool.
Yeah.
When you roll over, could you apply it towards principal? And maybe you said that.
Absolutely, yeah.
Sweet.
Especially if you're overcoming closing costs and you have those no lender closing costs going on, that can definitely be pretty easy. Just have maybe $1,200 total for title. Let's say you have enough equity, we don't need an appraisal. It's really not going to be that much that you're having to come out of pocket for a refi.
Okay.
For somebody, if they just bought and they have a temporary rate buy down, how often are you thinking that they're going to have to get an additional appraisal at time of refinance?
So the guideline for appraisal waivers is that you have to have at least 20% down and be conventional. And then from that point, the automated underwriting system is just reading a census tract. So it's essentially looking at property taxes and what has been sold for in the future, but this is an automated system, and seeing if it can determine a value that way. Otherwise, an automated system will tell us we need an appraisal. But in order to even trigger the option for the automated system to say, hey, no appraisal needed, it normally has to be non-cash out, more than 20% down, so 80% or more equity in the house, and then it has to read the census tract and still give us an approved. Normally not eligible for condos, and yeah, not eligible for cash out in most cases. Depends on what your loan to value is, but it's very rare. It's a risk factor as well.
Okay.
Very interesting. Cool.
Yeah, same with purchases. Once you have 20% down on a conventional loan, it's possible when we enter that address in that you could get an appraisal waiver. So I'm always talking to listing agents about that when we're putting 20%.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Especially with values where they are, we can be really confident. But yes, guys, I do have a strong 3:30. Do you have any kind of overarching questions before I let you go? I love doing these.
No, thank you for doing this on quick notice, and let everybody know how to get a hold of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I'll share with you guys my 321, my 21, my 10 buy down flyers. And then you can reach me, Jamie Lasky, at Approved by Jamie on Instagram, or you can call text me anytime at 970-581-4811. And I'm with Guild Mortgage.
Sweet.
Thanks, guys, for having me.
Thanks. Happy Monday. Have a great week.
You too. I'll see you really soon.
All right.
See you for coffee. Bye, guys.
Yeah.
Bye.